Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Recap and Record podcast. My name's Levi and that's Los, and we're on Fboy Island Season 3, episode, is this 7? Episode 7? 8. Episode 8.
Episode 8.
Woo!
Yep, 3 more left.
8.
8, 9, 10. Yeah,
gotcha. Okay, so we got a few more weeks to go. And I've got my notes in chronological order here. And we can kick it right off, man. We're still in the eliminations of last week. I didn't expect that, but we're getting like the tail end of the eliminations to start, right?
Yep.
And so this kind of was like this. I felt like this scene to start was them pretty much speaking for everybody. Watching, right? Like we're all just screaming at the TVs. We talk about it every week on the pod. It's like every time someone is revealed as an F-boy, it's the same excuse, right? I never expected to meet you. Deep down, I'm a nice guy. And like Katie goes off, right? Because dude just he starts off his sentence and she cuts him off like, but I never expected to meet you. Like, you know what I mean? I never expected you to be here. And you know, Benedict just he's trying to pull out all the F-boy cards, right? He's trying to lay down all the cards, but Katie goes off on him. And I think it was just I thought it was an interesting fun clip for us to see and just kind of understand and finally see that like they're just as frustrated as we kind of are, and it kind of just gave that relatability to back to them.
Yep.
And the fact that it is a reality show and not scripted, at least.
Yes.
So we typical episode. We then just get the recap with the girls. Nikki comes in, walks like a duck, quacks like a duck.
It's probably an F-boy,
right? Of course. Yes, love that quote.
Yeah.
That should be a T-shirt. We should probably someone should make that a T-shirt.
Yeah.
And so we got nothing really from the updates. It was just Nikki getting processing everyone's feelings of the reveal, right? And so
start with Katie.
Yeah, we're starting with Katie. So we questioned last week what we were gonna do, the format of the show, how we were rolling with it, if we were gonna get an explanation, maybe another bomb. But it looks like we're going to the finish line with what we've got left and who we've got and the feelings we've got for them.
Yes.
So we've got 3-on-1 dates, and Katie decides to take her boys to play volleyball. Yes. And so my first question here to
what the heck? I don't know why it's doing.
I know.
All right, but yeah,
you're good. My first question here to you that I just kind of wrote down in this moment because I kind of saw it a little bit with the Benedict and the other boys' interactions. Curious how in these last few episodes, these last few weeks, how we're gonna see them behave differently, right?
Yes,
because now, because before everyone was kind of either tiptoeing or just kind of, you know, being an F-boy but not, or overly projecting their niceness, and I'm very interested to see how the nice guys, obviously, we're probably going to see them double down, which we obviously do a little bit in this episode.
Yeah, a little bit.
And I guess the F-boys are just now on...
They're on survival mode.
Apology tour. Like multiple YouTube videos. I'm sorry. Interesting. Yeah. So,
definitely. So it's funny because you say how guys are gonna react. Mm-hmm. Well, on this first date, we see that the bromance between Benny and Marco is still strong, right? It's still there. Benedict and Marco,
right, dude. It's a little weird still.
It's weird because we're going after the same girl, like, you know what I mean? Like I don't know if I'm Katie, I don't take either one of those guys seriously because of how friendly they are. Like, these guys don't got to be like, because then there's the opposite. Then there's the extreme dirty macking with some of these other guys, whatever. But like with Danny's guys, they just biting each other. You know what I mean? Like heads off, you know, on the low. But like these guys still strong bromance. So it's like, who are y'all here for, man? Y'all two entertainers, two content creators. It looks like you guys are. I don't know. It looks like they're creating content. It don't look like they are here for her at all. Like I don't know.
No, like yeah. Marco and Benedict, I'm sure need their own show or a podcast together or something. You know what I mean? I'm sure we'll see that once the season's wrapped up because
Yep.
it's or at least like if we get a reunion, maybe like they'll probably drop a highlight reel on Twitter of like their bromance because it's honestly. Yeah, it's getting a little much at this time, and I'm like, it's like taking my focus away from what's going on over here, and basically, we know now it's just a distraction because it's just Vince saying "I love you" over and over and over and over and over and over again. But so we're playing volleyball, and it's of course like you know what I mean. What'd you expect? Katie only wants nice boys on the team, of course, and man. She couldn't have made it any more clear in this date. Like when Benedict tries to even get 2 seconds of time with her, it just doesn't happen, right? She just wants nothing to do with this man. She has said since day one, she doesn't date F-boys. And it's just, I felt for him in that moment. It not like, not all that much, but just it kind of he's doing
like your back is against the wall, like you got
right.
So.
He's doing the only thing he can, and she's just holding him underwater, and it's just
So Vince and Katie seem to be doing the most bonding on this. You know what I mean? They win the first little volleyball game, and then they're bonding, and then the other two guys are bromancing, and then they switch it up, and she decides to reward Marco, and lets him on her team, and they're I guess they're kind of bonding, and she talks about how like what you were saying, like she wants to reward the nice guys, and then to the effect that at the end, which I don't think he did much to, I don't think he did much to earn this, whatever, but she gives him the trophy over Vince, even though her and Vince won the game. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I thought that was
him at arm, like for some, I think it's the love stuff. She's keeping him
that's her. I think her shield's still up with Vince for some form of percentage, but I thought, the comment she made about Marco, okay, sure. Like, now he's a little goofier because, he's a nice guy, so he can come out of his shell, right? So, fine. But, like you said, Marco's been, like, on the back burner this whole time. Like, it's just been him, Benny Eggs, hanging out, doing impressions of each other. And I just don't think, I don't... It's gotta be the love bomb that is just keeping her from fully investing in Vince and making this a wrap for everyone else because we're still there because it's still a possibility. You know what I mean? It's still up in the air where it might still happen. So we'll get to predictions in a little bit, but the trophy, very interesting. I thought it was adorable. I would have thought it went to Vince too, man. I thought it would have went to Vince. But hey, what are we gonna do?
Yeah. So, what are we gonna do? So then we can move on to Hali's date. Because you know what I mean. So Hali is, oh man. So she is on revenge. She's on a revenge tour while the guys are on an apology tour.
Did no one say it? No one said it.
No one said what?
It's a carnival theme date because they're all clowns.
Oh,
hello. Where's the boom? I'll put in a boom tisk in post because I said it out loud and Megs was like, "Wait a minute," and I said that has to be it. Good. But no one on the episode said it. So you're welcome, CW. Once again, let us know.
Pay us.
Right, let's just go. We'll be the official podcast.
Make us a show
of the CW.
Give us a budget and we will kill it. You know what I mean?
Yo, we can review the Penn and Teller magic show. That's right up my alley. You know what I mean? I'm sure there's plenty of black centric character shows on the CW.
A lot of American.
A lot of white teenagers on there though. A lot of white teenagers on the CW.
Yes.
But hey, we'll figure it out. Hali's date, carnival themed, and of course, we get the pie the boy game.
Yes, everybody gets one too.
Everybody gets one. Everybody
gets one.
And did you find how Did I miss it? Did they put like rain jacket or ponchos on or something? Because
I don't know.
I thought they went.
Yeah,
I thought
I
they
think
went back there fully dressed, and then they came
yeah.
out like clean as day in like 20 minutes. Like, was their laundry done? Like, maybe I missed something there, but it looked a little fine. But everyone did. I think one person might have gotten. Did Mercedes get her birthday right? What question did they get
Yeah, he
right?
did. He got it right, but then she said, "Still, you still get
Yeah,
one
no,
or
of
whatever."
course, right? No, yeah,
So
of
she's
course.
basically taking out her lack of discernment and bad decision making.
Mm-hmm.
She's taking it out on the guys.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? She feels like she was deceived,
Yep.
and obviously it's a game and it's a crapshoot, whatever. But like, she is not. She does not trust any of those
Yeah. Yeah.
guys. They even have other people chiming in. Like Vince even says, when they're talking on the side, he's like, Hali might. She should kind of consider leaving at this point because of how risky it is. Because you
Right.
are, putting yourself, at risk having 3 F boys.
Right.
However, you know what I mean? Like I said, this show does have twists. They may give her an out at the end for her to just take all the money. They might.
Well, I'm sure. I'm sure they will. And if they do, will it be that big of a surprise? Yeah, maybe. Not. But I think it's just, and I think they did it here again. They just show the montage of them just, reading off all of the teleprompter lines of what an F-boy should say after he gets caught. Like, it's just like, you know what I mean? I really thought deep down.
Yeah, there's a montage. I'm a great
nice
guy montage.
Yeah, I'm a great guy montage. And it just, it's so funny that even though that like Mercedes thinks like, because Mercedes, you have to admit, Mercedes thinks that he is on another level than the rest of the F boys.
He does.
Even though he has to follow the F boy rule book from A to Z like the rest of them, he in his mind thinks, I'm here for the right reasons.
Yeah,
they're not, and like that mentality. Would you say is even more dangerous for someone like Hali today? Cause
like it's like I said, I commended him on season 2 because he ran the show, man. He did what he had to do, and coming back, I just thought it would have been better for him to be like I think if he would have been nice guy, he's locked in as a winner. Like he's locked in as a winner.
Which now I don't understand. That strategy should have been, I mean, why wouldn't that have been
nice guy? Just get another 50K, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, don't put it on her. You know what I mean? And then you look like a hero. Like you actually look like a hero.
Right.
And he's vocal enough that he could he could change the narrative of the nice guy. He could change the nice guy narrative. He's that, you know what I mean? Like personable and stuff like that. So it's like his strategy coming in as an F-boy again, and then kind of bragging, talking shit the whole time. It's dangerous. He's playing with fire.
Yep.
He's playing with fire.
Yeah.
But I don't see her like looking at them guys. I just don't see her. The twin, I don't see anything from the twin. Like he's been able to just
he's flying a foot under radar detection, and he's just kind of coasting. He's coasting into town on fumes, and he's just there, and it's a very interesting situation. He must be a little smoother talker than the other two. Like he's just got a little more smoothness to it, a little more swagger, and maybe that's it. But I noticed that in this episode as well. But other than that, I mean, it pretty much the date just pretty much ends with Hali just being okay, whatever, you guys, great, here we go, back to the villa kind of situation. There wasn't really any, I don't think, any resolution or anything else on her end.
Nope. So then we got Danny's dates. Or Danny's date. Yeah, Danny.
Yeah. Oh, wait. One last thing I wrote down here. Hey, Hali's date, they ended with a merry-go-round. Hey, listen. Hey, where'd they get a merry-go-round? And how'd they get it to an island?
Well, isn't it in Florida, like somewhere like where they're at? Like I heard it's in Florida.
Oh.
It's probably like a beach town.
They're
It's
not
probably
on an island.
It's probably not no, because somebody.
How are you gonna call it Fboy Island? Not be on a damn island, bro.
Well, probably like an island. Well, like City Island has a carousel. You know what I mean? Harrisburg, City Island has. Don't they have like a ride there?
City Island, but City Island's like attached to the. Is that really an island?
That's what I'm saying. Well, that's what I'm saying.
Is that an island?
It could be something like that, though.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I guess.
But it could be a pier. It's probably not an island. It's probably a pier somewhere. But no, like I thought you said to me one time that you read an article and it was like, oh, local Fboy Island guy. I don't know. And
I thought that was
in
just
Florida.
I thought because I think they're from Florida. The two dudes are from Florida.
Oh, I thought the show took place in Florida. So, well, maybe we're who knows? But yeah, how did they get that damn thing there?
Right. Well, that's what I thought. I assumed we were authentic with our filming locations and we were actually on an island somewhere. And I thought, wow, look at the CW with the real big budget to get a merry-go-round shipped to the Villa Island, wherever they are. How fun is that? But now I guess it's just not real and doesn't matter. So I'll just forget I even said anything.
All right, so let's get into Danny's dates, and so she decides to do a photo shoot. She's talking about how she's an influencer and her career.
Yes,
this is part of her job, so this is what she has to do. So they decide to do little cute photo shoot type of things, and then she thinks that Christian is in his shell. And then she was always talking about how she's feeling him, whatever, but she feels like she's backtracking.
Yes,
she's backtracking a little bit.
Christian is backtracking. He's being real boring, not interacting, and listen, I'll do some bleepy bleeps, but you know who Christian reminds me of? Christian reminds me of. He is he's on the softer side. He's Christian's nice guy / softness is maybe more amplified when you have the aggressiveness of CJ and Jared. Jared,
right? Like it probably is a little bit more amplified. To be honest, I don't think I would be comfortable on a date, quote unquote date. With two other dudes in the shorty that I'm trying to, I don't know how comfortable I would be on a multi-person date like that either. But it's probably, I think what you're saying, it probably is amplified because of the setting and things like that. And it's just crazy, like the camera work and like the way they edit and stuff like that. Like, cause you see the conversations and like he's just like not talking. And I was like, I can't imagine it's like that. I cannot imagine it's that like
it's that bad, that awkward.
It can't be that bad. I just can't for her to say like all this time, like because she was connecting with him.
Right. Whatever. Like 2 episodes ago, we thought Christian had it in the bag. So
what you know what I mean? And like because he's not keying with these boys, like he's boring.
So
like
is this is this just kind of a sign that she said it, right? She said it so many times, and we'll even get to the next moment with her that like this is just unfortunately Danny's type. And like
she's
Danny's
here for a good time. She's not here for a long time. That's what I'm gathering.
Right. Yeah.
I'm gathering that. So so then she says that CJ is killing it right now.
So I had to rewind this situation because I didn't know what happened. I didn't know if I missed something that he said, but like I guess it was just the sexy like chin pose and like the way he looked at her, all sexy, I guess.
But my conclusion is that she's just basic as fuck, bro. Yep. She's basic, man. Like what she wants is not Again, she's here for a good time, not a long time. Like she's not looking for like complexity. She's pretty shallow. Like and there's nothing wrong with that on this show. Like there's nothing wrong with that. But let's call it what it is. Don't say you want fun. No, I'm shallow. I want my man to look like this. I want him to take pictures with me. Like let's not beat around the bush. She's shallow. She's pretty shallow.
Meg said when we were watching last night, she says the same thing every week, but then she dropped this little bomb. She goes, can you believe that these 3 women, they think they're gonna find love on a show called Fboy Island? Yep. And like Katie was on screen and she's like, why don't they go like on The Bachelor? And I said, sweetheart, the girl the one right there, already did it.
Yep. Oh, she didn't realize that?
No. Yeah, she just But it just so yeah, man. So CJ's being aggressive.
That's just a contradiction though, like for her to say that, like, you know what I mean? Like how she's saying CJ's killing it and like what she wants, whatever, but then she has a problem with his social media. You know what I mean? Like your social media is not, her social media is not clean, bro. Like it's not like
I mean, here's the thing.
Lingerie, like pics, like bro. But I get it. That's her world.
I guess the difference between that is that there's not a shirtless man behind her in the lingerie pics.
Okay.
I don't.
Yeah, listen, but you know how many men are DMing her based off of that? You know what I mean? Do you know the hounds that are in the comment section? The perverts that are, you know what I mean? Like screenshotting and doing what they want to do with that type of stuff. Women don't necessarily do that. You know what I mean? So it's just what she's she's not being consistent as to what she wants. Because you act like you like Christian because of his connection. Right. But then he's too boring because he don't want to take pictures. Right. But then CJ's killing it with the pictures, but then you don't like when he takes pictures. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's
Yeah, and it just I kind
of hope that she gets played though. I ain't gonna lie. Like this is my I hope whoever she picks.
Okay. All right. Well, we're gonna have a full conversation about it here in a minute.
I hope she gets played, bro.
So Jared's time on the date. Listen, I wrote this down and I love it because
he's the worst, bro.
Listen, Jared's specialty is talking shit about literally anyone else.
Yes.
And spilling their tea during his time so that the girl will focus on that and not whatever other baggage he's coming with.
Yeah, no.
He does it every time.
He's masterful at this. He's masterful. Yes.
It's just like, hey man, like I would see through that, but based on I think what we know about Danny is it's working.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because it's like it's the third or fourth time it's happened now this season.
It's nasty,
like
bro.
It's just every time Jared is on a date or a one-on-one at a mixer, whatever it is, he's got someone else's name to worry about.
Yeah, Dirty Mac Daddy, man. Dirty Mac Daddy Jared.
Daddy Jared.
Yep, it's crazy because just constant. He's like he had no reason to talk about Christian at all. Like nobody else is doing. Like I'm not saying nobody else is, but like it's not happening as frequent.
Yeah,
he does it every single time. So it's like nobody's worried about talking about you, bro. Like why is that your connection to a woman?
Yep,
to talk bad about another man. Like you know what I'm saying? Like
and I mean I get like to a point. On the show, maybe if Danny asked, maybe if it makes sense to, or whatever that situation is.
Yeah, because he said, like, why are you the best one? And like, maybe you can compare yourself to the other men. But like, at least what we see starts off the date, like, kicking Christian's back in. And I'm like, oh, that's wild.
Yeah, it's a bit much. It's a bit much. So, anything else on the dates?
Well, and the last thing, she does meet with Christian, and then she tells him that there's something missing.
Right. She's like, yo, man, you gotta step up. And he's like, okay, give me one more date. Like, and I'm like, okay, bro, but like, that's like tomorrow. That's like 20. You got like 20 minutes. Like, that's literally all we got left here. So, I thought that was gonna get him in trouble. I thought asking for one more, waiting. Right? Like you can't be, and especially with a girl like her. Like, bro, you think she's gonna wait at the top of the mountain for you to like get off the ski lift because you don't know how? No way, bro. She's down.
No, she's
down. Right? Yep. She's already at the end of the hill. Like, you better get your gear together and know exactly what you're doing with your feet and the footing of the snowboard and everything else. Like, it's not. You can't just, Yep. Crazy. So, man.
Mixer. Real quick.
Mixer.
So the mixer, Christian confronts Jared about the dirty macking, and Jared backtracks and doesn't keep it 100, which that's typical of guys that do stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like they don't. Yeah. I mean, it's no like y'all not gonna fight on the show. So and we already saw what you did.
Right.
So keep it a bug.
Right.
Like if a man is yo, did you say this? Whatever. Oh no, I didn't say that. I said that. And I'm like, you don't have no reason to lie to him. Like.
Yeah, the whole confronting, and I mean, like, but let's also be honest too. Whatever Jared would have said, Christian just seemed to kind of roll over and take whatever excuse that he gave him, and was like, "Yeah, well, maybe that's what she said about you, based on what I said, but I said that," and it's like, okay, but we all heard you say Christian was boring. Like, we heard the words come out the mouth. Very right. The confrontation.
Yeah.
The
twin tries to have like a heart to heart with the guys, telling them like, oh, we should, we should be here for Hali, and then
I
don't know what else came from that really.
Mercedes with the black shirt now. Mercedes coming
black
in
lace?
Hot with the black lace shirt.
Killing it.
It's just, I mean, he must have got a double pack on sale or something. Buy one, get one free. But he's sticking to his excuses. Yep. His excuses with he's a reformed Fboy, and that's the only reason that he had to give himself the label of the. It's almost like, Mercedes is acting as if the producers of the show made him take like a BuzzFeed quiz, like, are you or are you not an Fboy, and whatever the results were of the quiz is the label that like you have to put on the show. And Mercedes is out here like, it's what the quiz said. It's what the quiz said. I'm a reformed Fboy. Like, it must be wrong. Like, like, it's like when people try to argue with Maury, when Maury's like, hey, bitch, you're the father. And he's like, nah, Maury, no, I don't know, Maury. And he's like, what? No, you're,
Yeah,
It just, I don't know. It's so a reformed Fboy. Is that enough, do you think? Is that enough as an excuse?
No, I wouldn't buy it, but I don't put nothing past what's going on.
Bro, like the way, okay, let's just be honest as well. The way he the whole, he just sat there and waited, like, it's my birthday. I'm waiting for my gift.
Yeah.
And it's like, it had I want you to suck my dick vibes. And I was like, man.
Oh shit.
You know what I mean? I don't know. He just I'm waiting for you to top me off. It's my birthday.
Has he ever kissed her? Has he ever kissed her?
Oh, I'm sure he has on camera. To have. Yeah, I think so. Mercedes, okay. Yeah, I would, if not, fine, but you haven't, I don't think you've gotten this far without kissing any of them. Yeah. So yeah, that was just an awkward ask. I'm like, dude, you have you don't have any room for favors. You have no currency for favors. No whether it's your birthday or not. Okay.
Yep. And then I guess the last thing with the mixer, other than Jared just saying he's the best person, whatever. Right. If we go to just jump to Katie, she really cannot get over this Fboy designation from Benedict, whatever. No. And he's talking to her, and he's like, yeah, but you know what I mean? I see you as my girlfriend, and basically he thinks that they could figure it out. And she's basically saying, but we don't have time to figure it out. You know what I mean? I need to know for sure.
Right.
She's obviously extremely attracted to him. She does not want to let this guy go.
It's a looks thing,
but she don't trust him. She don't trust him. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? She feels like he's kind of maybe doing this for his career. Yep. You know what I mean? He didn't get the money the last time. So he might be trying to double. He was a nice guy last time. He would have got 50K. Right. If he wins, I'm doubling down. I'm getting 100. You know what I'm saying this time. So I don't know.
Yeah, it seems that she's. I don't know. I don't know why this is so hard for her. If she's that intimate and if she's that dead set on not dating Fboys and where she was at on the date, then it's a done deal, sweetheart. Why are we playing games about it? You've already told him. So it should be done. There should be no more back and forth. You've got a man who clearly loves you, and you've got another nice guy who's clearly ready to do whatever it's going to take to win your heart. So why are we, right?
Yep.
So the eliminations. Yeah, we everyone stands up. You know what I mean? We're down to the top 2. And so let's just go in the order of the show here. The first person in the finale is Fboy Jared. Fboy Jared. Mac Daddy Jared, the Fboy, was the first one chosen.
Yep.
And so I think
So yeah,
everyone was
so
everyone was in shock, right? I mean,
yeah. Well, that wasn't the shocking part. It was the fact. All right, so then she keeps Christian.
right.
So then that's the shocking part
Yep.
because this is a role reversal.
Yep.
Because how was CJ killing it?
Right.
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 Killing it.
Yep.
Killing it.
Yep.
Take notes. She
Yep.
told these guys to take
Yep.
notes.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
But he gets eliminated.
Yeah. So and that was kind of one of my gripes here was that didn't make sense at all because I had my fucking DraftKings sports book ready to go, like $100 on red that she was gonna pick CJ and Jared. Like every road led us to CJ in the finale. He's
if
killing it.
If she was going to pick a Fboy at the end, she does have a better chance of it working out with CJ than she does with Jared. That's
exactly, right. So
if you're going to pick a Fboy, you pick the wrong Fboy, I think.
Yeah.
And it's not even no shade. It's no personal shade to Jared, but it's like you've already expressed it. You've already expressed it on the show.
There's just a dirty, right.
You're taking $100,000, bro.
Right. Yeah, there's a very dirty aspect of Jared. There's just a stink that surrounds him, I think that I don't think I like, and I don't think a lot of people do, which I wouldn't have bet that. I would have put all of my money on the fact that it was going to be CJ. And then between Christian and Jared, maybe we could have picked that out, but like, man, I thought CJ had it for sure. So
Yep. Yeah, so we don't in this elimination, we don't get the full elimination, but we do get enough to put it together. But and then Hali, she says bye to Evander. Now we haven't heard we didn't get to hear the explanation, right? Like she just
no, she just picked EJ and Mercedes.
Yeah, because you just picked EJ Mercedes to stay. She didn't really explain, and I guess we'll get the explanation next episode.
Yeah, her who was the third in that group? His name is just now escaping me for whatever.
Evander. Yeah, that's what she said bye to.
Yeah, sorry. So yeah, Evander went home. Yeah, I don't think and that's why I'm probably blanking because we didn't get an explanation.
Yeah, we didn't get an explanation.
And so then the cliffhanger, obvious. So dude.
Well, Katie keeps Vince. We know that she keeps Vince.
And hey,
but then
the quickest decision to keep Vince.
Yes. And Vince, prior to the elimination starting, he dropped the love bomb again. They were all lined up.
So okay, right. So
this is the public love bomb now.
This is, and he said, bro, no. He took it to the next level. He said, "I'm in love with Katie."
Oh,
and that shit. Listen, I don't know. I don't know how you handle your relationships, but the way I was raised is there's a difference from loving someone. Like, look, let's not get twisted. I love you. Like, you know what I mean? We're friends. We're close, whatever. You know what I mean? That's a thing. I love a lot of people I work with and a lot of people in my life. But am I in love with you? No, because that's a completely different situation. And then it'd be a little weird. And so now think like, you can't say that. We've already established that he shouldn't have said it. Like he literally, the dealer is telling you, I have 21 and he doesn't want to hit on like a 13. Like, it's like, hey man, wake up. She didn't say it back the first time. And now we've publicly exposed ourselves for someone like Marco. If he's smart, we know he's not. But if Marco sticks around, which I'm pretty sure he will, but if Marco sticks around, he needs, or whoever, whether it's Benedict or Marco that stays, they need to have a strategic play on that. They need to pull a page out of Jared's book and maybe just talk listen, I'm not going to take it that fast with you. I want to grow with you. I want to learn with you. I want to learn your quirks and ins and outs. And then guess what, Katie? If we end up falling in love, it'll be the most beautiful story you've ever heard. Yes. And that's it. You want to win with her? That's all you got to say. Much. Nope. Yep. You don't even have to make it about him. But all you need to do is be like, look, I don't want to rush things with you. Like, oh, that's so good. Hey, that's so good. Look at us.
That's good.
It's like, good. That's if they don't do that, well, then they're just idiots. And whoever it is. Listen, they should have made Danny the cliffhanger. Yeah. Why wasn't Danny the cliffhanger?
Danny should have been the cliffhanger.
Right.
Not this other. Yeah, because that is more like that was more shock. That was definitely more shocking than this other thing. You know what I mean? Because this is the second time you did a cliffhanger type thing with Benedict involved. You know what
is that what it was? Oh, right. Because
remember the last episode, it was like it was us explaining it, like, oh well,
right. Yeah, that was just. I thought that immediately, unless Katie sends home Marco.
Yeah, there's a chance. I think there's a chance. I think she might be playing with fire. She might be willing to play with a little bit of fire.
Right. We see the whole like she walks off crying, and then next week we get a preview with her and Nikki. Like,
go with your gut.
And Nikki's like, hey babe, you like producer said we got to pick, and like we got to wrap this up. So I need you to go with your gut and pick a dude real quick because we got things to do. So I wonder. Yeah. Okay. So what are we betting here? You thinking?
I think Marco goes home. I think she's gonna play with fire. I think she's gonna play with fire.
Okay, it's Fboy Island. You never know what's possible. I'm gonna agree with you. I'm gonna agree with you there, and let's hope Marco goes, because then it'll be just a really interesting finale. So
because then you got the aggressive Fboy, right. Then you got the aggressive nice guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, two aggressive guys, because they're both are being aggressive in their own ways. You know what I'm saying? And that's actually, there's some competition here. Yep. Marco, it would just, and then if she would pick Marco at the end, it'd be like, bro, you was liking on Vince the whole time. Yeah, like, so weird. Yeah. That's heated competition. Yeah. Hali, you got the twin, and you got Mercedes. That, you know what I mean?
It seems like a shoe-in for Mercedes.
I would say, but
well,
you never know.
I mean, if they let her, if they let her, she'll take the money for herself and not pick either.
I would say that. I would say that's her best decision. Yeah, you know what I mean, whatever.
Like, why would she risk it at that point, right?
Yeah, why risk it? Yep.
And then Danny,
man, dumb.
Yeah, something tells me we'll see a picture of Danny and CJ as a couple on Instagram in like a week or something. Okay, like a week or two. You know what I mean? Like it, I don't know. Sorry, what were you gonna say?
No, it's just not smart. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Whatever. Like, I don't know. It's just crazy how Jared was able to like say just a few things, and it didn't even help eliminate the guy he was talking about. It like somehow shifted her attention. Like, it made him prominent, and it made it put CJ in the back burner.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but maybe that Instagram and TikTok, it was just too damaging, and she just
she just can't get past that TikTok page. So, then, man, so we've got the preview for next week.
Yeah.
And so we're back to playing games. We know we love the games. And we're bringing back all of the past contestants.
Yes. Mansplaining.
And we're playing mansplaining.
Oh, my God. That's the craziest episode.
Dude. And they do this every season?
Every season.
Okay.
Yep. Okay. So we're getting all the former contestants, and they're gonna drop every little secret conversation. Right. Some of it might be lies, some of it might be truth, but they're gonna pull out all the stops, because these guys, they're the peanut gallery now, and they're there to hate and throw shade, and that's all it is about.
And so the main focus of this preview was I don't even know how we got a gay guy on the show to begin with, but some guy who came back, I don't remember his name. He's got real feminine features, so I just assume he's gay. Okay. But he's talking shit on Christian. He's like, the only reason Christian's here is so he can boost his because the 50 grand is more than his salary. He says. Wow, he says Christian's here because the 50 grand's more than whatever.
Yeah, I don't remember hearing that one. I remember hearing Nick throw some shade at Mercedes being best at the game or something like that.
Okay, yeah. Well, so I mean, I think it's so funny that like the number one thing when we don't have anything else to say is to come at someone's like salary, dude. It's like, hey, do you know what happens when we get together? The salary doubles. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so why not? Like, I don't. Like, let's talk shit on, like, you know, and we've seen this before with Love Island and Izzy and whatever, Stacy. And it's just like, are we really bringing, like, we're on Fboy Island right now, and your best shot to bring this man down one final time is he's just here for the money because of his salary.
Yeah, I don't know. Hating.
It's a crazy defense. It's a crazy defense. So let's hope Hali takes the money. Let's hope love wins.
Yeah. So we probably won't get an elimination till the last episode. Right. We won't get an elimination till that last episide. So this is gonna be episode 9 is gonna be a lot of shade, but then dates. We're just gonna get exclusive dates.
Okay.
I think what they'll do is we'll get mansplained and we'll get long dates from like each one long date from each of their last 2, and then episode 10 we'll get the other long date with the other guy. You know what I mean? And what happens is a lot of times it's like this thing like if the woman invites them back to the place. And the thing is, though, this year they haven't really emphasized that the women are staying in different. Like they have one time, like CJ said, "Oh, I got invited."
Got to go to the house,
like, so like they in the previous seasons they made it a thing, like the women's house, the guy's house, and then the Fboy, the Fboys that get the Fboys that are like leftovers, like they get something, but so that's what we're gonna get probably. That's what I predict. So we'll see, man. We'll see how that plays out, bro.
All right, dude. I'm excited, ladies and gentlemen. If we missed anything major, let us know in the comments down below. But as we say every week, you can find us on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Spotify, Apple, all the places you can get your podcast recap and record. We'll catch you next week for another episode of Fboy Island. We're almost done, and then I think we're gonna take a break, and then we'll figure out what season 4 looks like for us. So, man, we're closing in, and hopefully, we'll get our answers soon. Until next time, everybody, we'll see you soon. Peace out.